Coach's Corner is your source. Baseball, football, soccer, and hoops. The Coach's Corner has the scoop. It's the Coach's Corner with Andy.
Covering Tri-State sports, it's the Coach's Corner with Andy on 92.1 The GOAT.
It's the Coach's Corner.
Hey, I'm Andy with the Coach's Corner. We have Sean Moats on here today. Sean is a longtime friend. You just got married, and I was there.
I did.
Congratulations, man. How's the married life treating you?
Oh, it's
Same as non-married.
it's the same, right? It's
just now you got a ring on your finger.
right.
Yeah, man. Yep, there it is. Well, congratulations again to you. It was a great wedding. I didn't expect anything less, so.
Yeah, I remember most of it.
So we have Sean on today. He's a personal trainer at Hagerstown Sports Club and Fitness. You also manage there at Hagerstown Sports Club and Fitness. How did you become a personal trainer? What made you want to do that as a career path?
I've always, not always, but most of my adult life, I've been in the gym working out. I was always kind of intrigued by it. But it kind of took somebody kind of pushing me down that path, like, hey, you'd be really good at it. Why don't you try it? And one thing led to another, got my certification, and here we are.
So you worked out, you had a couple other gyms you were going to before Hagerstown Sports Club and Fitness. How did you end up at Hagerstown Sports Club and Fitness? Why there?
I joined here back in 2015. Honestly, it's because they had heavier weights.
You've been there that long?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. I was bouncing back and forth between here and Gold's, but now One Life.
Yeah.
I liked a change of scenery a good bit, but I always got better workouts, and that's not me being biased. That's just how it was. Plus, like the group of guys, and most of them are still here. The group of guys that were here back then, it's kind of a no nonsense. We're here to lift, not record things and joke around. But it's a
Take
really
selfies.
It's a good group of people, right? I mean, I'm guilty of it, but
you don't do it that often. And most of yours, you're actually doing the exercise in the video or the picture.
Yeah. A lot of my, I record a lot of my, the big three lifts, bench, squat, deadlift, just to, one, critique myself, see what I did well, see what I did wrong, and use it, when I design a training program for myself. Okay, this weight moved really well. Let's start there and plan around that. So, it has a purpose.
Yeah.
Not just for...
Yeah, it's benefiting others, not just yourself. That's cool. So, you were at Hagerstown Sports Club and Fitness in 2015. Were you a personal trainer there starting in 2015, or did you gradually work up to that?
I didn't start training people here until 2021.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still a good while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So when you were growing up, I know you were into baseball. I know you played Little League and stuff like that. You did some basketball in high school. Football was your main sport, though.
Right.
You played at Williamsport High School. You also played semi-professionally as well, right? For a few teams. Yeah,
I've been around. 2009 was my first year of semi-pro football. I played for the Chambersburg Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
Great organization. It was a shame to see them kind of folded up.
I saw that.
National championships with them, but took some time away, and then 2020 played with the Brunswick Railroaders, which there's
the Brunswick Railroaders are a high school team and a semi-pro team. I didn't know that was. I didn't know it was the same name.
Yeah, it was very confusing for a lot of people. But
you want me back in high school?
Right, let me back. So they had a semi-pro team, and there was a documentary made about our season.
Oh, really?
So it's
Hard Knocks.
Honestly, it was produced by quality,
That's cool.
Quality team, and I've heard talks of Netflix picking it up. It's some stuff I'm probably not allowed to talk about. I've had to sign some things, but it's really cool.
You might be able to add movie star to the resume soon.
Right. Well, I have an IMDb profile, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah.
For that? Oh, cool. I'll have to look you up after this. I didn't know that.
This is shameless plug. It's called This Is Semi-Pro.
That's cool, though. That's really cool. That'd be really awesome. You do a lot of other cool things as well besides personal training, dabbling in the semi-professional world of football. You also coach the Special Olympics powerlifting team for Washington County, and you guys just competed recently, right?
We did this past weekend.
How'd that competition go?
It was awesome. That's probably I'm just so proud of that program. It's a brand new program that we started this year for them. We had 4 athletes for Washington County. The event Saturday was at Mount St. Mary's University.
Mhm.
I can't remember how many counties had teams. It was at least, I want to say 4 or 5 other counties.
Mhm.
And we by far had the smallest team there with just 4. But it was cool to see just, everybody coming together, and there were some amazing lifts done. It was a great day. Great day.
So you took part in helping. You had a small part in creating that, and obviously coaching that. What was the motivation behind doing that? Just to give those athletes a chance to shine, and
Yeah, just
good for the
just giving
community.
back.
Yeah.
Just giving back. That's been, as I've gotten older, the last 10 years or so, I don't know what kind of changed my life, but I just try to give back in as many ways as possible, whether it be, through powerlifting, Special Olympics, partnerships with like the ARC of Washington County. I'm in their mentorship program.
Mhm.
Just trying to give back and just put some positive out into the world, because we need it, man. It's
Yeah,
a
for
scary
sure.
place.
So on Facebook, I do see your posts where you have some people from the ARC come in and you train with them, and also a couple of your athletes that are on your team for the powerlifting program there. When you think when you say powerlifting and Sean Moats, you usually think of you on the other side of the weights, not behind the coach,
Yeah. Yep.
coaching. You've competed in a few competitions yourself, right?
Mhm. Yep.
It's been a while though. I think you had mentioned you had an injury.
Yeah. So my last one was in March of this year. Um, I I haven't signed up officially, but January 24th, I'm going to compete again.
Cool.
So
Was
he's
the
coming
injury
back.
was the injury from powerlifting, or was it a football injury?
I think it's kind of a combination of a lot of things I do in life. It's
Okay.
a shoulder injury.
Yeah, you got something going on every time I talk to you.
Yeah, honestly, like powerlifting, not just powerlifting, but the gym in general.
Yeah.
Um, Powerlifting, football. I also like to go to a lot of rowdy concerts, let's call it. So your body. I used to lift heavy all the time,
Mm.
and it took somebody. Shout out to Morgan Turner. It took her telling me, "Hey, your body only has so many 1 rep maxes,"
Yeah.
and that, like, the light bulb went off. Like, you're right. Like, I need to be smarter about this, and just try to take care of my body. But before that, like, you're pushing your body to the max.
Yeah.
So things can go wrong. You might not be injured, but you're almost always hurt,
Right.
as they say.
Yeah. So when you do a powerlifting competition, do you focus on one style of lifting, or is it multiple styles over the whole competition? Can you choose, or?
So it's usually 3 lifts: bench press, deadlift, and squat.
Okay.
You don't have to do all 3. I do all 3. But yeah, there's some people that that have injuries that aren't comfortable putting 500 pounds on their back to squat,
Yeah.
so they'll just do bench or deadlift. So it's really whatever you want to do.
And the Special Olympics program works the same way. They have the same options. They can go through all 3.
So with Maryland, we just did bench press and deadlift.
Okay.
I might be kind of speaking for them, but I don't know that we're quite ready yet for squats. It's a little more.
Gotcha.
I don't want to use the word danger, but it's you have weight on your back and your neck, and it's definitely more risky.
Yeah, it's a tougher lift for sure. Yeah, I remember. I think the last time I picked up a weight was high school. So, well, unless you count my kids, carrying my kids around.
Hey, man, kids are heavy.
They're heavy. Yeah, especially mine.
Mhm.
Tree trunks. So, I want to talk a little bit as well about some of your favorite sports teams. Let's start with the good one, the Washington Capitals.
Yeah, they're on a roll.
They're 5-1 right now. They got a good start, and the hockey season just began. It's a long season to come up. Do you think we'll see another Stanley Cup coming to Washington this year?
I know it's too early to tell. Obviously, I hope so, but I feel like if they win the cup, I feel like Ovechkin might just retire. But I want to see him get the goal record. So
say he's your favorite.
We'll see. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So, have you been to any Caps games lately?
Not this year. Just been busy with the wedding and everything. But we definitely try to go to quite a few. Crazy. We definitely try to go to quite a few a year. It's a good time. If anybody, a lot of people that don't watch hockey, I'll tell them you have to go to a game. It'll completely change your perspective. You'll understand it more, and you're just hooked. That's what happened with me. I always followed it. As a kid, I followed it. My older cousins were super into hockey. And then once I went to a game live, that was it. There's nothing like it.
I talked to Tori Meyer. She's at Williamsport. She's actually the sideline cheer coach over there for the football season, and she's a hockey fan too, and she likes the Caps. And she put it perfect when you're trying to explain to somebody how the sport is. It's almost like every piece of any other sport put into one. The hockey portion, the skating, that's the hockey. The stick, kind of like baseball, hitting a small object with a smaller, slightly bigger object. Then you got the football aspect where you're knocking the crap out of each other. And then I guess basketball, the coordination kind of comes into that. Basketball, you don't really dribble, you move the puck. But yeah, and I
boxing,
never thought it.
Don't forget boxing.
Oh, boxing, that's right, when the fights break out. Sean's favorite part.
Tom Wilson, baby. Yep.
All right, so now that we've highlighted the team you like that's decent, let's talk about the team you like that's not decent. Sean is a lifelong Panthers fan. You've always been a Panthers fan as far as I've known you.
Yeah.
Cam Newton got you on. Did Cam Newton get you on that train?
Since they were a brand new team back in, I guess, 95 or 96, when Kerry Collins was their quarterback, the old Penn State guy. I'm sure a lot of people remember him.
Who hooked you into who hooked you on getting you on the Carolina train? Or did you just randomly pick them?
A friend of mine, Cullen, we were, I don't know, they were a brand new team. We liked their colors and logo. It was kind of the thing, like, let's just like them.
Yeah.
So
why not?
30 years later, here we are.
I mean, they've had success, and it's not like they've been horrible forever. Right. And they are technically in a rebuild stage. But man, I'm really sorry my team had to stomp you the other week.
Yeah.
Wait, that was just last week.
Right. It was funny because usually Carolina will lose. I'll get all these texts or people posted on my Facebook wall. I didn't get a single thing this week because I think people are just feeling bad. Like it's so bad.
I thought about it, and Casey's, for those listening, Casey's my wife. Casey said, "Are you going to text Sean?" And I was like, "Nah, I'm going to let him off the hook for this one."
Right.
That was embarrassing. It was different. I thought Andy Dalton would be more successful against our pass defense like that. And
they had a great first drive going, and then he threw that interception, and that's after that the floodgates open.
What do you think of Bryce Young? Do you think he'll stick around, or do you think they'll?
Well, he's starting this week.
Oh, did he get the start?
Well,
I knew he got it. I knew he got some playing time. Yeah.
Andy Dalton was in a car accident apparently yesterday. Minor.
Oh, I did read that. Yeah, you're right.
So Young's starting. I think he'll be okay. He's young. The problem with the NFL nowadays is these young guys that come in, and mainly quarterbacks, everyone expects them to win right away. They don't give them time to develop, and it's very rare that it happens. Like Joe Burrow is probably the best example recently as somebody who can step in and immediately get you there. Everybody thought Trevor Lawrence would do it. I think they're 1-5, 1-6.
Yeah,
maybe 2 wins. But
even Joe Burrow
struggles.
Time.
Yeah. Right. It just takes time and brand new systems to learn, brand new personnel. A guy like Bryce Young, you go from having the best of the best at Alabama to, yes, they're still in the NFL, but guys that aren't all pro left tackles and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I think he'll be okay. It just takes time to develop. But I think the biggest problem with Carolina is their ownership.
I feel your pain. Well, not anymore, but
right. He kind of gives off Dan Snyder vibes.
Yeah. Well, I've always liked the Panthers as well. They've never been a team that I despise. I was a Cam Newton fan, and I like what they have going on there. They looked good with Andy Dalton for a while. Deontay Johnson was getting up there as one of the top wide receivers. Hubbard's a wonderful running back.
Hubbard is, I think, He's definitely top 5 in rushing
Yeah, he's
yards.
up
He might
there.
even be top 3.
Yeah, he's up there.
Yeah.
I know.
They have some pieces.
I know it's gonna be hard to catch King Henry, but
Oh yeah,
that man is
I couldn't
amazing.
imagine trying to tackle that.
Dude, every time we talk about Derrick Henry, whoever I talk about it with, I described him kind of like as like a pinball machine. Like he's the flipper on the pinball machine, and everybody's just a pinball bouncing off of him, and it doesn't even look like the man tries.
I don't think people understand just how big he is, and he's what is he
6'3" or 4, something like that. He's 250.
250 pounds, running 21 miles an hour.
It's a big man.
Good luck. Yeah,
it's funny when they get the
Here
camera.
you go.
Yeah, right. Go on through.
Yep.
It's funny when they get the camera angle down behind the line of scrimmage there, and you see Lamar Jackson standing next to Derrick Henry, and it's like night and day. Lamar Jackson's not a small dude either, but he looks like a twig compared to Derrick Henry.
It is insane.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of NFL season left, so hopefully your Panthers can turn it around a little bit. And if they don't, early draft pick.
Better luck next year. I've been saying that for a while. Yep.
Hey, I said better luck next year for the past. I can't even count them, and Washington's finally showing up, so you'll have your time again.
I can't be too mad. You know, they've been the 2 Super Bowls that I've seen. They've lost them both, but you know, there's teams that quite a few teams have never won a Super Bowl, but they're inconsistent. But you know, I'm a fan. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still going to root for them. You're still going to see me wearing the jerseys and acting like an idiot. So.
Good. Keep that. That's good.
Yep.
All right, Sean. Well, thanks for hanging out today. If you want to check out Hagerstown Sports Club and Fitness, you can find them on Facebook. Sean posts a lot of funny videos up there as well. My favorite are the pool videos in the summertime.
I'm not getting in now.
If you're looking for a personal trainer, head on over there and look up Sean as well. Lots of other good personal trainers there too. Sean, we'll have to, whenever you compete in January, you have to come back and let us know how you did.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, man. Thanks for hanging out.
All right, man. Take it easy. Good seeing you.
If you'd like to be featured on the Coach's Corner with Andy, email coach at 921thegoat.com.